his own Soma Jam showcase to be more different. Now that's where I am coming to dissect, right? And I want all of you to be with me keenly, because we have 1 hour, right, to discuss on this Soma Jam showcase of ST, the Gambian Dream, Brikama Boyo. Now, one thing, Kama said, Nko, I'm not in India, I'm in Switzerland. Oh, mashallah, and I thank God for name. Thank you very much. I'm very happy. Kamas, congrats to you. I'm very happy that it definitely found you in Switzerland. You know, nice vibe. I've seen people who also fly all the way from, you know, Switzerland, Norway, I mean, UK, United States, right, to Germany, right, to watch Brikama Boyo's performance, so to speak. So, what made his own Soma Jam showcase to be so different, right, and to be so grandiose, so to speak? One, Brikama Boyo has a team-driven ideology. Yes, I'm telling you the reasons why his showcase in Germany, you know, is so much grandiose and the most talked about. There are so many reasons, but one, his team-driven reality. In other words, you can call it as, or frame it as, esprit de corps, as outlined by Henry Fayol in his 14 principles of effective management. Esprit de corps. Be your brother's keeper. Be there for your brother. Be passionate about those that you are working with. Respect your team, and then respect the importance of augmenting others that are under you. That is esprit de corps. Yes, Henry Fayol, out of the 14 principles of management that he has outlined for managers to know and for thespians to be knowledgeable about, is what? Esprit de corps. Something that ST understood, and that brought what? The team-driven reality. So, Musa Sanyang, we need to fill up the O2 Arena or Bercy in France before 2030. Inshallah Rabbi, I know ST can do that, because Gambiana, Gambians like him. So to speak, Musa, I will come to that. I'll come to that. But first, why is his Soma Jam showcase the most powerful, right? Out of all the other thespians that went there before, so to speak. My regards to everybody, right? I am not trying to be selective, right, in the way I convey this baddest domain perspective. I'm just trying to be realistic, right? I said what? Esprit de corps, one reason, or team-driven reality. Yes, ST knows very well that the future is for us to have what? A band set up. That's the future, that's the reality. So he considered the percussionists around him. Musa Fili Jobate, my younger brother, obviously nobody would tell a griot whether you can play these instruments. In Mandinka they said, Falim Bantangun in Tutu Bantangun killing. Musa Fili's own case is genetics. He is part of the 700th generation of the Jobate dynasty. So there is no way that he will not be able to convey what we expected of him. So, we are all from Jalikunda, pure griots. Yes, either in spoken words or in deliveries by virtue of hands or whatever. That's it. So, Samiti also grew up in Jalikunda. These kids are all from Jalikunda. Moboy, so to speak. So what did SC do? He understands very well that these young boys are very talented, super talented. From where? Brikama. Now, we also have what we call hegemonic reality in music business. If you understand esprit de corps and understood the reality of team-driven reality, right, you'll understand what we meant by hegemonic reality. People that are from the same area with you. People that are from the same family with you. You've seen their talent. You know very well there is no way they would disappoint you at any international platform. You have to engage them, bring them, right, to practice with you and include them in your trip. Do you know that this trip in fact has cost ST, right, more than usual, but then still he has sacrificed because he definitely wanted to show something. It has to be and my people, the young ones that are coming up, they must be augmented, especially if they have talent. So because Musa Fili is one of the greatest percussionists in this country, somebody who won the Banjul Night 2013 countrywide talent showcase and competition in my presence. Yes, in my presence. The greatest young drummer in the Gambia. he was percussing for Sidiki Jobate in the early 2012, 2013, when Gambians wouldn't even know Sidiki. Yes, Musa was going to Mali, doing all these things. So he can play all these instruments, particularly, the djembe drum. Samiti, so to speak, like I said. All these people are potential, boy. They are all from Jalikunda. Yes. Yes. The degree of families. Right? Babukar Cham said, I'm great for the truth. You always stand for, I'm great for the truth you always stand for. Pushing bloody, but honestly, Musa Fili can drum. Thank you very much. Mutar Sanyan said, we need to feel, Mutar Sanyan, I read this before. I thought it's Musa Sanyan. Sure. Thank you very much, Babukar. So that is it. So ST brought these thespians, had great rehearsals with them back in the Gambia. The correspondent also was a picked one because somebody in Germany, Demba Sarsohim, his international manager, and the team in Germany regarding, the rehearsals, right? The remastering of the notes, right? Because even before ST is going, the band, you can see, is a composition of the West and, Africa, so to speak. So they must have gotten the tracks to remaster the notes and be able to give it to ST and Benjamin the way they wanted. So when ST got down there, it was sort of a last-minute session that they had together. But then because of the fact that Benjamin's mastery, right? His singing prowess, honestly, bring me any international artist from Jamaica, Benjamin can definitely stand up to that person. Bring me any artist, name any artist. So there is no way that you will engage Benjamin in a rehearsal where it has to do with what? Note remastering, right? Chord progressions where, everybody would know what to see, where to come, and he will not deliver. So even if you had engaged him to come 2 hours rehearsal before his actual performance, he will definitely do what you expected of him, and he will convey, properly on the main platform. That's exactly what he did. So Benja did great. So this is what ST did, bringing all these kids together, made a declaration at his performance at Heroes Award that he will be going with these people to Germany. It became the greatest news content in the Gambia. Right, that is leadership in its grandiose capacity as a thespian that Gambia will rely on for us to be internationally recognized and for everybody to benefit. All-inclusive music industry. Yes. So despite it cost him, he understands very well, yes, the Soma Jam had engaged me, but I am not going there to cloud chase. I am going there for good money. And that is why for far too long, I will tell you this, ST has not showcased there because he was negotiating with them regarding his payment and regarding his band. Right? Because the way forward is a band setup, not in single heads. Right? We've been saying this for far too long. Dokula Drame said, bro, I need your number, please. Thank you very much. I will, please, send me a message on Messenger and I will drop you my WhatsApp number. So much reachable. Thank you very much for being here, Dokula. Yeah. So, yes, this is what happened. So, Musa Fili, Moboy, the entire team added to ST came. Yes, again, probably this Soma Jam team would have said, oh, we only cater for you, ST, but then hence you are taking it upon yourself to bring these kids, expose them to the wider world, then we must separate, right? There's going to be dissection here. We will handle a component of the cost. You also handle the other component. Now, what did ST do? He made sure that they all reflected on the invitation that is coming from Germany. Now, this is exactly what I was telling the other artists, but they don't want to understand. But over time, they will understand if they had not even understood. Because ST's leadership, the trend that he has set, all other artists that I was supporting, guiding by virtue of my capacity as an expert, and then they failed to understand what I was telling them. Now they all understood that this was what DJOBS was trying to convey. You see, whenever these promoters seek for your service in the diaspora, right, there is a way you should negotiate with them. If you cannot negotiate with them as an artist, in fact, it will not be your responsibility to do so. Give them to your manager, relate them to your managers, or your manager, or your expert to deal with them. What happened? When ST know that they engage him, he made sure that these people reflect on the major invitation. Fine. The invitation came. They all had their visas. None of them traveled before. So if you are telling me that the promoters in the diaspora are saying, yeah, it will be critical because for us to go with our managers the first time, they've never traveled, they have no asset, or we cannot go with a particular percussionist or a dancer or a DJ because they are first time of travel, they are doubting whether they will come and go, I will not listen to you. Yes, whether they are doubting that they will go and not come, I will not listen to you. I will just know that you are speaking on behalf of a selfish or an event organizer in the diaspora who doesn't want to respect the team-driven reality in music business. So this is what ST respect, and that is why he is the most talked about thespian in this country, and he will continue exponentially to be the most talked about because he has done what no other thespian in the Gambia did, and we had advised all of you regarding the team-driven reality. But you decided to cling on to who? The selfish channels of the promoters that were all in for their profits. But look at what ST did right here. When they, like I said, he harnessed it. Now, these people reflected on the invitation it came. You've seen the involvement of what? Or who? Gamsos, right? Pa Abdu. You know, my very good friend, Pa Abdu C, the owner of C Solutions, you know, who is so much doing it very well in terms of our digital ticketing. And so he came to also augment ST with air tickets so that these kids, some of their responsibility or all their responsibilities will not be on ST. So he had to come, right, to handle, you know, the air tickets so that these thespians that ST, you know, had included in the team can also successfully be in Germany. Yes, is that not good leadership? This was the same thing that I advise other thespians to say. When these invitations are coming, let them include your team. If it is about the promoters buying air ticket for them, it's fine. Let them consider you, the artist, or your DJ, two of you. The rest of the team, we can go to businesses and engage them to support you. Yeah, for example, if today, right, this is just an example. Nyancho's invitation, right, had come from UK. And then it's only Nyancho that they can take care of. It's only Nyancho that they can, handle in terms of bills, accommodation, whatever. And they said the DJ and the two dancers, they cannot take care of them. Fine. We can engage businesses in the Gambia to support. Just like how Gamsos came to support ST. So, I am pretty much sure that if that is the case, and then Sol Fraser will be the last option or the first option for us to see, to say, bro, this is what happened there. Nyancho, yes, got this invitation, and then they can only handle him, but he can hardly perform without dancers. So we want the dancers to be included in the invitation that is coming from the UK. So we want you to support us procure the tickets of the two dancers and one DJ. Bro, it will be sorted out. Just like how Gamsos has came all out. You know, they came all out to support ST partially in this journey. The same thing. The same thing. If it is about Jisul, it's the same thing that we can do. Yeah. The people that are taking you, this is what they can do. Right? They can only buy a ticket for you. Or, to you and your manager. But then your DJ and your other dancers, they cannot handle them. Yes, let them do it that way. There are millionaires in this country. There are businessmen in this country that we can see and they will support. Every business needs a visibility, be it nationally and internationally. You think we will face Mohamed Jah of Q Group regarding these things and he will not support? He will definitely support. He will. So our responsibility as musicologists and experts is to tell artists the truth and to advise them. Yes. Yeah, that's it. For growth to take place, we must advise you and you must take our advice, right, for you to be respected and celebrated. That's the fact, bro. Like they said in Mandinka, that's the fact. Because if we want this industry to grow, it cannot be one thespian. Nigeria has 100 stars. Bonabo is traveling with his team. Wizkid is doing the same thing. Davido, you name them. All the big stars, all the stars, even the minor ones, they are traveling with their team. Go to Senegal here. Yeah, Ngaga Blende, Dip Dindigis. You go to Mali here, Ibawan, Sidiki Jobat. They are all traveling with their team. Yeah, because they have a band. And that's the idea that they respect. So any nonchalant promoter in the diaspora who is all about profits, right? Is engaging you, a single thespian, and you are subscribing to their interests over the interests of your people. That is what you want, brothers and sisters. Facts. Yeah. That is what you want. They said the truth is bitter, but it must be told. Yeah. Please, Ndoma, send me your number. Malang Kijera, I will please drop me a message on Messenger, and I will send you my number here, right there. Thank you very much, Malang. Yeah, that is it. This is a fact. We must tell one another the truth, the utmost truth. And it doesn't spoil anything. Tomorrow you will see me doing my job for all the other thespians, sharing their craft, talking good about them, toasting with their vibes. Yeah, because there is nothing personal, brothers and sisters. The fact of the matter is we want to create an industry, right? That will be what? An all-inclusive industry. All to benefit, all to enjoy, and all to succeed. That's the industry that we should build. Now, that's exactly what ST is doing. Otherwise, he would have taken this money from the Summer Jam people. Fine, he could just go and give them ordinary playback. Yeah, with his DJ, Stone Killer. That's it. He don't care about the young ones that are coming up in Brikama, his team members in the like. You can just take whatever. Yeah, but look at what he did. That is why his Summer Jam showcase. In fact, this is the greatest Europe presence, right? The greatest moment of any thespian in the diaspora since the inception of contemporary music in the Gambia. This Summer Jam trip of ST is the biggest. Yes. So, in the annals of the music industry of the Gambia, this is the biggest move by any Gambian artist. Yeah. So, from 1912 up to this moment, it is the biggest move. The move of ST. That's it. So, keep it up. Njai Sasune, thank you very much. Yeah. So, where is ST leading us? He is leading us to a moment, right? Or a time where he will be in his Yusundur capacity. And what would be his Yusundur capacity? That capacity of taking everybody to Germany for his own concert, or to France, or to, any country in Europe for his own concert. That is what ST is taking us. So that in the London, Jai Sasune, right? DJ Countryman, promoter Pajawara, and all these promoters, they will be part of the trip because ST would have the capacity, the connection to take all of them. By then, businesses would have known very well that obviously for us to also manifest in the UK, Germany, and other parts of the world is important. So why not we will come and support ST, just like how Air France and all these businesses would support Yusundur, augment him so that he can take so many people to Bercy. Yes, so this is the Gambia we are building. The diaspora, our own gig, our own concerts in the diaspora. That's what ST is leading us. It's not about the green stage or red stage of the Summer Jam. Forget about it. Our own thing is what the dude is leading us to. Yeah, very visionary thespian. That's what he is taking us to. Our own thing, be it in Europe or America. So, you think the Gambia, the Ministry of Tourism and Culture would not be associated to ST's own event in Germany or UK? Right? If it is about showing the true identity of the Gambia, it can be a great partnership. Don't be surprised. Even the presidency would put money there for us to go. All of us. Yeah. High-powered delegation. Hey, music business is not a magic formula or Mortal Kombat Nintendo. Right? It must be people who are knowledgeable, right, and experts, right? You must listen to them, and they must be in the picture to tell you exactly this is what you need to do. We've given proposals to almost all these thespians in the Gambia, including ST. You think we don't need a link in terms of giving us our ideas, opinions, and proposals? Yeah, he listens. He listens to everybody. That is leadership. Yeah. Indeed so, Cham Sidi, thank you very much. ST is a legend. Omar Dampe, thank you so much. My brother is speaking the truth in Imbara. Thank you so much, Umar Dampe. Joe Farms, Job said, and he is promoting culture. Thank you very much. Yeah. Peak culture, for that being the case. Peak culture. That's what he is promoting. Peak culture. Yes, the Gambia has been seen clearly in Germany. Yeah. So that is it. So, yes, still on one of the reasons why his Summer Jam showcase happens to be the most talked about, the most grandiose in the history of the Gambia's arts sector. The board is full of wisdom. Thank you very much, Mohammed Minta. I appreciate. God bless you. So that is it. Secondly, The reason why people toast is regarding his peace meal reality. I mean, somebody who's all in for reconciliation, peace building, and everything. ST and Benjamin are earlier teen contemporaries, right? From the olden days in Brikama, we are all living witnesses until the time Benjamin traveled. But then still the cordial vibe, that has been between the two is something solid and visible. This is evident on Benjamin's last event when he came here last year. We definitely took him to earlier this year. Still to collaborate when ST got into Germany and said, no, it's not only about the team that I brought, but then about my brother, Benjamin. I want us to collaborate again peacefully on this stage to show the international audience how united we are as Gambians who are connected by a common bond. So to speak. Burang Mange Konjira said, Kebama, you are really rocked. You really rocked Sanyang yesterday. Oh, thank you very much. Burang, I am glad that the government of the Gambia had to engage me, right, to be on that stage to handle everything entertainment around the Brick Lane, which is something great. I mean, great achievement for President Barrow and the entire Gambia, right? So I'm very happy, right, to have been engaged to master that event in a Yes, sorry, I was having call. But please, Bugs, if you are calling, I am on live right now. I cannot pick any call. Sorry, guys, I was having a very disturbing call. Anyway, yeah. So that's right, Burang. Thank you very much. Oh, slow connection. I appreciate. I like the fact that you were following that. So you see, so that is it. Secondly, yeah, Benjamin came. Nice collaboration right there, in Germany with all the other Gambians that are there. You've seen even before his performances, the interactions that he has had with fans in Germany, musicians, right? The habitats of that environment where the Summer Jam was taking place. I mean, the euphoria was so friendly, very, very beautiful. The ambience was unique, so colorful. So it was great. So that also made people to talk about it. I mean, Benjamin came. I mean, we've seen how he also spewed there. Epic Benjamin, great artist, great thespian, very, very intelligent. He did great. Musafiri came, the way he percussed, the entire world is talking about the Sabiti. These people play with African drums at gross level. Great percussionists. Great percussionists. So we've seen how ST had celebrated all of them. That it's not only my show. This is a team-driven reality. Like I put it, Esprit de Corps, outlined by Henry Fayol. So it has to be this, my team, the team from the Gambia. I mean, this collective convey. That's how it is. We are right here. So international, we want to show the whole world that Gambians are super talented. So, yeah. So, So the third reason that led to so many talks and celebrations regarding his Summer Jam showcase is the role of media, right? So to speak, we will not do just without mentioning the role of media, right? In all these moments, I mean, the media has portrayed everything and anything beautiful around ST showcases and the entire team, right? Even before he left the Gambia, at the verge of leaving, right? At the time of, arrival in Germany, how Demba and the entire team in Germany came to pick them from the airport, the lunch that they had from the airport, the moments that they had, I mean, the cruise and moves around town, the activities that they had. The media constantly keeps showing us the happenings in Germany, exponentially, continuously. Yeah, non-stop, to an extent of us, right, from the Gambia, watching everything that was happening there live on ST, the Gambian team's, official Facebook page, right, and so many other media, platforms that had shown us everything that was happening in Germany, right? So the media wasn't left behind in showcasing everything that we needed to see, right, and then by helping us, right, to be at a level where the West would say, yeah, right, we got superstars from the smiling coast of Africa, right? Because imagine if the media had fell hands, you know, right, took up whatever laissez-faire approach regarding what's supposed to be shown, it wouldn't have been the way we had seen it. But then the media came and they apply what I was telling my friend, the gorilla approach. Yes, right? Or octopus, grabbing everywhere and then involving everybody, right? So the correspondences were epic and potential, so to speak, everywhere. ST Showcase was everywhere, right? The Gambia, you know, it's been seen everywhere, every platform, be it in the Gambia or diaspora. So, right? So that made his, that is one of the reasons that made his showcase to be very special, right? The other thing is the fan euphoria in Germany. Don't forget the music enthusiasts that came in, I mean, all out, right? In gross aspects to symbolize love, right? To show mad love, right? You can see how, you know, the active crowd, you know, was chanting, right? You know, the songs of ST when he had to bring Alindomo, right? You know, the recollections. Those, some of the fans, in fact, were so much nostalgic of those days when they were young in the Gambia before they can get to the diaspora. Can you imagine? So that was nice. The receptiveness from the level of the fans. I mean, they were so much there, so much part of the event. Yeah, very, very energetic. So, thank you very much, brother Njundubaji, for watching. Mustafa Kamara, aka Libretto, thanks a lot. Dindima, Naboe Nimbara, Gambian European Center for Jobs Migration said, a moment for Gambia at Summer Jam 2025, a global stage, a proud nation. Right? Wow. Right? Seen impressive comment here. ST and his team sent a powerful message. We may be the smallest country in mainland Africa, but our culture, talent, and unity are unmatched. Let the world know, the Gambia, one people, one nation, and one voice, you know, on the world stage. Thank you very much, right? Mr. Yaya Sonko, Gambia European Center for Jobs, Migration and Development Agency. Thank you very much, Mr. Yaya Sonko. Thank you so much. I appreciate your comment right here. This shows how well followed we are by important people, not only in the Gambia, but even in the diaspora. Thank you very much. Right? Mohammed Minta said, Kebama. Right? Keba Mansa, boat manager. Thank you very much, Mohammed Minte. Thank you for being here. Yeah, sure, so to speak. Right? Right? So, this is it. So that also made the performance to be so unique. I mean, for the entire moment to be so visible and everything. Like I said, there are several reasons that led to the magnitude that we had seen this entire showcase or presence in Germany. Yeah. Ndoko swaga pins modukas lovely mom korta inimbara. Dinima. Ngal panko di swaga ya boylet. Mkoto been waiting, finally you are here. I'm right here. And this is supposed to be 1 hour, one topic. But I don't know whether we'll in fact exit the actual timeline, right? Or time frame. So I thank you very much for being here, Ndoko. I appreciate. Honestly, I have seen the toasts, right? In fact, I will put this, the rebellious toasts of Union ST regarding this achievement, unlimitedly. They were not reserved. Tireless placements in all angles. Anywhere you look around, ST and his team all over. Anywhere you look around, the symbolism of Gambia, everywhere. Don't be surprised that we'll be shown on CNN. Yeah, possibly. BBC may in fact, or could carry out the story. So, so to speak. Musa Fati said, Saluto Kebama. Thank you very much, Musa Fati. You know, good vibe. I am glad that you are right here. Yes. So this is it. Right? You know, the fans right there, how they also chanted. The team of ST right there, so to speak. You know, Demba has done a great job in Germany. ST's international manager, I must manifest this. From his team down here, Bispoy Bojang and others. My utmost regards to all of you, because everything started here. In fact, nothing in fact stopped here. The management of ST exponentially was so much committed, right? The correspondences didn't stop any manager, right, or any management to be nonchalant in the Gambia. They were all right there, propelling, coordinating everything that was happening in Germany. Proper correspondence. Yeah. Yes, that's right. M. Dukas Swagger Prince said his cultural attire. Yes, I'm coming to that though. Even wasn't, but but not expecting that way. Yeah, the cultural attire. Yeah. I mean, yes, that Faraba Dendio, you know, it's nice. You know, it's a nice outfit. Yalom Fataro, that Fatar Dendio, huh? Womu adult, or Mandinka adult, right? To put it this way, that is a pure Mandinka, right? Cultural attire, obviously. Yes, exactly. Mohammed Minta said, don't forget. Yes, sure. So I was dissecting Mohammed. I will come to all these things one after the other. So now that we exhausted why his event has been so much in this magnitude, I mean, the most talked about, the most you know, published, right? I would say the most broadcasted. You know, you can put all these words together because the event was all over. I mean, the activities were all over. Is because of the manner in which or by which ST had prepared himself. That is the team-driven reality. I have dilated on all these things until I got to, from one point to other, until I got to all the other reasons why his showcase happened to be the biggest ever in the history of contemporary music in the Gambia, right? So let's move to his attire. Nice outfit, right? Great, like I said, symbolism of a pure Mandinka tradition or clan. That's how it is. Something that you can find in the Gambia. So there was nothing wrong with his outfit. I mean, this is an attire that you can get in the Gambia. So much cultural and traditional. So basically, there is no best way that you can show the Gambia in that magnitude or level without putting on the fataro that he has putting on. But again, yes, I must also beautify this. I know a lot of people contributed in making sure these things are done properly, right? The designers that would also patronize him, you know, by making sure that he look, in that way nice. I've also seen his dancers that were also contributed by the He4C Music Movement project. I said it last week that we had given ST some outfits, you know, as an addendum, even though he did not put on those ones. We had given him as an addendum a special gift. We had also contributed in making sure he got 2 dancers in the diaspora. So that is a great achievement. I think kudos to the He4C Music Movement project for coming all out to be part of ST's business as part of our ambassador circle, right? So good vibe, yeah. And his performances also were epic. The songs that he has selected to perform, how ST was so much comported on stage, right? Handling that major band on that international stage, how he used his listening ability, right, in the midst or presences of the monitors who never, equipment that never lie. You cannot be on that stage and telling people, no, I wasn't hearing myself. At some point, I was jumbling up, the notes, messing up chord progression. He was so much stable and concentrated. Yes. So much confidence too. And then, you know, you know that he was so much improvising as well. When I saw him jump on top of that particular speaker right there in the middle, and then, you know, he was so much spewing, improvising, right, by virtue of whatever drums spew, virtually. Yes, in that energetic manner, right? So every track that was performed there on that light percussion, at one point you've seen an improvisation reality in ST, confidence that is so much unmatched, reality, you know, the collaboration also, the proper communication between him and the percussionist behind him, and even Benjamin, who came on stage to have a joint with him. So he was so much steady to be able to control all these things, one at a time, right? We've all seen where he engaged Musafiri to come and then display the drums in that magnitude. Samiti likewise, right? Benjamin, how they were performing by virtue of intermittent reality, no rush. Do it this way, spew your lines, let them come, give me a break, let me also spew my lines, be comfortable, create whatever jokes, improvise, engage the crowd. Sure. Yeah, you've seen how Benja has, very, 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 very steady artist, how he has taken his time, right, engaging the crowd to be so much happy with him. Yeah, spewing, his toasts, right, his catchy verses, yes, in an orderly fashion. Benja. a very, very grandiose thespian. Purely legendary. So, Mohamed Minta said, Musa Fili and Samiti, yeah, Djembe performance as well. Very, very nice. Yeah, that's what I'm stating right now. Yeah. In fact, I'm glad that all of you are here, dropping your comments regarding the event. Like I said, it's supposed to be an interactive discussion moment. Yeah, honestly, that was also great. That moment where ST wouldn't rush, it all comes to that reality of him taking his time, right? No need to rush. Engage these drummers to come. Let them also, portray what they have. Let them show the world their potential and everything. And then, yes, there should be that aspect of syncos. That play around of instruments. Anyhow, it shouldn't just be rushing the notes, right? Wanting this track to be finished before the other. No. It should be that moment of taking your time for all the tracks to come, and then to take time on the tracks for drums to display. Yeah, drums should roll. There should be that display reality, and that's exactly what we've seen. So SD wasn't rushing the performance. Likewise, Benja, he came up right there. The coordination was right, the communication was upright, everything proper. So, Moboy, is a beast. That's why I said this various domain perspective, right? The convey is by virtue of dissect. So, we are rolling bit by bit. Moboy is a star. I am not surprised that he is one of the finest, music producers in the Gambia. Look at the beats Moboy have been creating. I think Musa Fili's Luba, haven't you heard that song? Moboy, haven't you heard the percussion in that song? How the Mandinka Seuruba is been displayed, right? The capacity of Moboy, right, as that rural element who is very comfortable in the studio by virtue of rural instruments, right, or traditional instruments. Moboy was able to assemble all these instruments conventionally in his system. You go to his studio, all these instruments are there. And then what he was able to do, you don't see most producers, in fact, doing that. Now, assembling all these instruments, because in the next 100 years or so, they may extinct, right? Or in short years to come. But then we can always get these instruments. These are people that grew up in Jalikunda. Like I said, they are from a pure griot clan or family. Yeah, good percussionists. And I keep telling people, before you can be a complete artist, yeah, you have to be an instrumentalist or a percussionist. Today, if you look at Yusundur, check his profile, you will see singer/percussionist. So because Moboy, Musa Fili, and Samiti are also percussionists, devoid of their capacity as thespians or performing artists, it will make them to be, indomitable characters at anywhere. Obviously. Yeah, purely extraordinaires. Yeah. Yeah. Moboy is a beast. Moboy, honestly, he impressed me. Yeah, Moboy is a star. So this is it. ST has a team. He has a very, 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 very big, professional instrumentalist, people who, grew up with these instruments, right? From their homes, the environment where they grew up. Obviously, I was telling somebody in Mandinka regarding Musa Fili. Falim Bantaun in Tutu Bantaun Mankiling. Musa Fili, his expertise in all these things that we are seeing is genetics, right? In Mandinka, they will see Abe Yelolekon. Yeah. So, Abe Yelolekon. For Musa Fili. Because Jobate Kalajula, we are griots. Yeah, you must be able to do it by virtue of spoken words or by strings or by drums. So that is it. Jalidingo woni mo buga killing da ko mo labang bulukalo labang anin femfeng. So mashallah, you are right, bro. I love your analysis. Fafandin Singate, thank you very much for being here, my good brother. SC's first cousin right there. Same family. The greatest backup DJ that I've ever known in the world. Shouts to you and shouts to Stone Killer. You've waited it for so long. The Mandinkas would still say, "Ya buna men soto, ya disable, ya tara jele, ya batu jele." Stone Killer, for ofele. Yeah, you waited everything right there, and that is why today you get what you get. That's it. Yes, the truth is what I spew. So if you decide to be Alexander the Great around it, that's left to you, but then that's the fact. So commitment is important, love is important, right? Yes, the team-driven reality has worked for ST because he also have loyal forces, people that are committed. And there again, the Wolof said, "Ndimbal na chifekal ho boromam." Some would all say, "Help Mr. X or Mrs. X." But then what has Mr. X and Mrs. X has to offer or got to offer? Very important question. Now, you want us to take your brother, who is an uprising star, to Germany or to UK. What is his talent? What is his specialty? You know, did he have anything to offer? Yeah, because Musa Afili is, I mean, one of the greatest percussionists, young percussionists in the Gambia. Likewise, Samiti, Moboy, all the team, they have something to offer. They are super talented. So to harness their talents would be easier for ST because already they know what they are doing and they have been doing it very well. So imagine if Musafiri Jobade has been spending all his time in going to Senegambia day in, day out. Anytime you go to cutting, what is the name again? At Sport Bar, you will find him there. If he has been higher on drugs, right, and be smoking around, not taking his career seriously, you think he would have been in Germany today with ST? Good question. If Moboy has been wasting his time following chicks in Senegambia, going to sleep around at boys where it will be all about what? Anti-anxiety sedatives, you think he would have been in this position? No. Likewise, Samiti, despite their whatever side attractions, because this is a spotlight, they also take their professions very seriously. Likewise, Disumakum Madlakum himself, ST. Yes, if he has not put in a lot of work, right? If he has not been the leader that he is, if he has not been so much serious, right, in his capacity as an artist, he would not have been at this platform. So whatever you are doing, do it very well and know it very well. Because for you to be part of such cases, either you are an artist manager, promoter, producer, you have to be able to offer. Like Hakim, Sons of Light, you've seen him several occasions, working with who? Yusundur. You can name all the big names, Vivian, because he has something to offer. DJOBS, obviously, he is a management expert. He can give you a 5-year strategy. He can tell you, yes, in the next 2 years, I can make you to be Econ. How can you do that? He will tell you. And if you give him chance, he will make you to be that Econ. He has something to offer. So whatever you are, do it well and know it well. That's the fact. If you do so, you will be part of these trips. You'll be having your consultancy services, be it in the Gambia or outside. People will hire for your service. Oh yes, because you can do it well.